Hi, this is Cindy Cochran. Welcome to the podcast of my show. Remember, you can join me live every weekday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on Lone Star Community Radio, on Conroe's FM 106.1 and 104.5, and globally on irlonestar.com. If you're a big fan of my podcast, subscribe to my YouTube and SoundCloud channels, and you're always invited to my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. The Cindy Cochran Show is brought to you by our title sponsor, the Wooten Financial Group. Call today for all your financial concerns, 936-449-5952.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, man, it is... Let's see, today is Wednesday. We're halfway there. Yeah, it's Wednesday. I was already going to make it Thursday. Sorry. No, but it's Wednesday. And boy, do we have a show for you today. And especially if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to really enjoy this because it's going to be wild today. And but not so scary, but some people may take this as scary, and you'll be glad that you're just listening to it over the radio. And first of all, you're going to say, how do you think you're going to be able to do that on the radio, Cindy? That doesn't even make sense to have this kind of show on the radio. Well, you'll see, and you'll hear in just a few minutes. So that's the tease for today. But we've got a lot of stuff going on, and if you've been listening to the show, you're going to know who's on today and what we're going to be doing. And I'm sure you're here for the curiosity of it. Like, how does this work, Cindy, on radio? But it's going to work. And it has to do a lot with what's going to happen this Saturday. This Saturday from 10 to 5 is Kids Fest, downtown Conroe, all over Conroe. It's everywhere. And Kids Fest is one of the funnest events you'll ever go to. And this person I have here makes it so enjoyable. I could not get my grandchildren out of their tent because they had so much fun there, and it was so exciting. So it's going to be even more so, and they are a big draw to any event that they're in. I happened to see this demonstration at my grandson's school, and it's a junior high, and I thought, we're going to go do what? You want to what? And he goes, please, Grandma, you got to take us. You got to go take us. It's going to be so cool. Please. And I went, oh, please don't make me do that. And I thought, oh, I'm going to go sit and listen to a lecture. And why is he so excited about this? And we went, and he was right. It was amazing. It was fascinating. And they had the kids spellbound, and that group and that age group is very difficult to make anything happen with. They'll listen to you more than 3 seconds. So this is going to be a fun show. But first of all, before we get to that, we're going to tease that, and that will be coming up very soon. I want to tell you about something I found out. And, on the Cindy Cochran Show, I always have to be making sure that everybody is aware of what's going on. And if there's something that I find out about that would help you in any way, I sure want to be a part of that. But this article caught my eye because I have problems with this. I will let bread sit, and I'll get down to the halfway mark, and I'm thinking, I'm sure that's not as fresh as if I just go buy one again. And so I leave that like 10 or 12 slices, and then I go get another fresh bread, and then I go like, okay, I'm not going to eat the rest of those because now I've got the fresh bread. And so they just kind of pile up. But the main thing is when I want to make a sandwich, and I go to these slices that are still in the bag, and I see a blue spot, and I go, oh no, I've got mold on the bread. Mold on the bread is so gross looking. But you think, well, I've got all these other slices. I'm just going to waste all that pieces of bread. And so you think, well, if I just cut around that, and then maybe I could use that. Now, I have never done that, but I know people who have, and I think that's so totally gross. I would never do that. If there's even a speck of mold somewhere, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Well, I was right. They said that you can't cut around it. You can't pull it off. It doesn't come off because it sends out tentacles, somewhat's what they call it, through the bread, and soon that's all going to turn into mold, and so that's all throughout. So do not use that, and you have to be careful with the bread slice that was sitting next to it. It also could be getting ready to turn moldy. So don't use it. Don't think you can just pick that out of there and it's okay. But see, what's so funny was I was thinking, well, don't they make penicillin for mold? So would that be bad for you to eat that mold? And I said, yes, it's bad. Don't eat the mold, and be sure. And if the bread's starting to mold, and you feel confident that the last 3 or 4 slices are so far away from the other one, and there's nothing wrong, you can have it. But that, but looking at the pictures of the mold and all that, and I always felt kind of guilty throwing that out to the birds. And now I'm thinking, did I kill birds by doing that? Did those birds, have I got dead birds on my hands? What is wrong with me for doing that? That's so cruel. But anyway, so that's your fact for today and how to treat the moldy bread. Now, I'm sure Richard, because Richard is is a great cook. He's a chef and all this. Those kind of things you probably knew, right, Richard? Did you know about that?
Well, yeah.
You just throw out
Here, I wanted to show you something I found this morning.
You've got something gross. What is that?
It's a rabbit. My dog got a rabbit.
He killed the rabbit's dead?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's your dog. That dog looks like it's a demon from hell. Look on his face.
Yeah,
Look,
I
his
come out.
eyes.
I come out this morning, and right by the back door is my dog, and I was like, "Oh, hey."
What are you doing?
And then there's a dead rabbit, and then he just kind of looks at me, and he's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "What?" It's pretty impressive.
But the look at his eyes.
Oh, he
looks
thought
like,
he was in trouble. She thought she was in trouble.
Oh, I bet you got now. You have to post that quickly on Facebook. You got to post that on my Facebook because people are going to want to know what the dog looks
It's a
like.
pretty good sized rabbit too.
It is. It's
Yeah.
huge. But I thought that was his friend or something.
No, that's a dead rabbit.
A dead
That's-
rabbit.
yeah.
This may disturb you guys if you see this. This is a dog with a dead rabbit.
I was just impressed. That's all.
well-
He's a Catahoula, so she's a Catahoula. So she's kind of, they are a ranch dog. That's actually where we got it. It was from my brother's ranch. And that's why I always talk about my brother with the ranch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Richard told me if you want to have a dog, you don't want to, the best way to do it is just leave it outside, let it go, and it'll come back if it needs to come back, and just let it be on the land, let it live off the land. And I was like, no, I can't do that because, well, if I had fences, that'd be fine. But these dogs go and borrow things from other people's yards.
She's a horrible dog.
She
In
is?
a sense of she's just very curious all over the place. She needs lots of energy. She has lots of energy.
Right.
And definitely needs a ranch to run around.
But he has fences, right?
So, yes.
So okay. I would just love to have a fence. That would be so awesome to be able to open the door, go dog, just go have fun and run. Because she's in a 10 by 10 fence is what we have out in the middle of the land. And she stays in that. But she won't do her business in there because that's where she stays. And I
Makes
didn't know
sense.
that.
Do you do your business where you stay? So,
Well, yes, it's in a restroom, but it's closed off. But and I thought she'd maybe go to the corner or something and do that.
Yeah.
But she won't do it, so she's in there, and I was leaving her for hours, and I found out, she doesn't do her stuff in there.
Let's just let you know, this is a first. So, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but she's new to the area, so I guess she's just kind of searching out, seeing what's going on.
But that first blood, what's going to happen now? Now that she's tasted blood, that's going to be scary. But I don't know how we got off of the molded bread. So you understand that you never eat the bread next to the molded bread, or you don't pull it off or anything like that.
Well, that's
where
where that saying, a bad apple will ruin the bushel kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the same idea.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. But I thought the rest of the bread would be okay. You just take that out and throw it away. But they said, don't do that unless you feel very confident. It's maybe 10 slices away from the other. Wow.
No, usually
wasted a lot
the
of
whole
bread.
loaf is ruined if it's all confined. If there's
It's in the bag, and so it's floating around. How did it get there? It's
moisture and
moisture, and but I usually keep everything. It was really tight when I close it up and all that. But yeah, some of the kids though leave it open. when they're making sandwiches and stuff. So that maybe that's how it would happen.
Well, maybe you should just put them outside.
The dogs or the kids?
The kids.
Okay.
Just put them outside.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
let
Put them in the 10 by 10.
Yeah.
but-
You know, that's not a bad idea. Sometimes they go out there and play with the dog, and you want to go over there and just shut the gate and let them all stay together, and it'll be fine. But anyway, I think we've gotten the bread mold and the dog and the dead rabbit, and hopefully Richard will put that on my Facebook. But you know, you can always go to my Facebook page, because who we have coming up next is Clint Podowski.
Pustiowski.
Puskiowski.
See, very good.
You said it right?
That,
Well,
Okay.
he wrote it down for me.
Oh.
So that's how I read it.
Okay, so if I say Clint, you say the last word. Ready? We have Clint.
I'm not doing that again. I'm 1 for 1. I'm sticking with that right there.
That's good. So, Scouts. I don't. Okay. Anyway,
Puski?
Clint is my guest. Clint is the snake guy, and I'm telling you, he's with Reptile Shows, Texas Snakes, and more. You have a lot of stuff to talk about, but he's holding. What is that you're holding there?
this is Lucky.
That's Lucky. Wow, Lucky is
Beautiful.
yeah. Okay, you're listening
She's,
to Cindy.
she's a ball python.
You're listening to Cindy Cochran Show. We'll be right back. A python? What? All right, we'll be right back.
Every week I get asked the same 2 questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these 2 questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a 1-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
The Cindy Cochran Show, real reality radio.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Oh boy, oh boy. We have Clint. Clint. Say it one more time, Clint.
Pustiowski.
Who's
Clint the
Pustiowski?
Snake Man. Just make
The
it
Snake
easy.
Man. Thank you so much, Clint. Wow. The Snake Man's with me. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
I am so excited to have you and your pet. And it's a ball python?
A ball python.
ball
Neatest animal on the planet. This one here, that is. Not all ball pythons.
Okay. It's very pretty and very shiny looking.
Yes, she's very sweet. Her name's Lucky. She's been around a long time. Helped me grow my business. She's in semi-retirement, so she's
she is.
working today.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad she came out of retirement for this show. And she probably has been doing a lot of interviews lately or anything like that. So I appreciate you being here. What is her name?
Lucky.
Oh, that's right. You said Lucky. I thought it was a boy. So it's a girl called Lucky.
Yes, it's a girl named Lucky.
Named Lucky. Okay. Now, should I get right into this and try? How do you know if it's a girl or a boy?
That's kind of personal.
Oh, okay.
Nah, their tail, the opening's called a cloaca. It's right back here, see? Can y'all see that on the radio?
Yeah.
And
wow.
you take a probe and you put it inside the cloaca on
Yeah.
either side. If it only goes in a little bit, it's a girl. If it goes in a long way, it's a boy. After about 5 years of experience, you're pretty good at it.
That's how you know, and
Yeah.
you just can't look at it.
That really
You
is
have to-
personal too.
You
It
have
is
to do a
personal.
Can you
probe.
imagine
Yeah.
human beings having the same system?
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Invasive. Yeah, mammals are easy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because Cindy, my granddaughter, was at the Lynn Lucas show that you had, that I saw you, and they had that big yellow. What is that? A python as well?
Yeah, that's a Burmese python.
a Burmese python. It's huge, and she's at the end of it, and she's trying to put it up there, and she's petting it, and she goes, "Oh, it's got a hole," and so we're trying to say that. Is that how they go to the bathroom? Is that where they go to the bathroom?
Well, that's where their opening is, the cloaca, like what a bird has.
She's so embarrassed. But it is. But it was but I didn't know what to tell her. I said, that's got to be, they've got to. She says, well, they go to the bathroom too. I went, I'm sure they do. I just didn't know where. All right, and that's how you tell if it was a boy or a girl. They had so much fun there. Clint does this show for, he goes everywhere. He's all over the place, and he's going to be at the Kid Fest. And he did this lecture, and he's talking to him. And the guy, what's so great about doing a lecture that you're doing is he's holding the snakes, and these kids can't take their eyes off of him. And so they're watching intently everything he says. So any of you out there that have to do lectures to kids and you're having a hard time keeping their attention, you need to bring a snake with you and hold the snake while you talk, because the kids did not move. They were just watching everything. And then he lets the kids get up, and they each can hold the snake, and they play with them. And they're, of course, defanged and all that.
No, they're not defanged. They have all their teeth.
They do? I thought my grandson said, oh, it's going to be safe, Grandma, because they're all defanged.
They're
That's something that a
non-venomous.
grandson would say, so he could touch a snake.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
He hoodwinked you. Yes.
I don't think that's even a normal practice, is it, to defang snakes?
Right, but only venomous snakes have fangs. These are non-venomous, so they just have teeth.
They just have teeth.
Right.
Would they bite you?
Well, they have a mouth. Anything with a mouth can bite.
Well, I mean,
You're not going to reach over here and bite my snake, are you?
no, but I
It's
just...
okay, Lucky. You're safe.
I was just... Okay, well then, so I have to talk to him about that. So it's not... They have the poisonous ones, and you didn't have any poisonous snakes there, so that's what he was... I mean, venomous. Because poisonous sounds much more... it's too scary, or...
No, venom is injected.
Yes.
Poison is ingested. So
Venom
they're very
is
different.
injected. Poison is
Ingested. So,
ingested.
yeah, like if you ate the moldy bread,
Right.
you would get a type of poison, food poisoning.
Right.
But that's ingested. You ate it. So if a bee stings you, or a scorpion, or a snake bites you, that's injected.
And so that's venom.
That's venom.
See how much you've learned today? And not only about the moldy bread, but Clint schooled me some more as soon as we got off the air. He said, you don't feed bread to birds or to
Ducks or any of that stuff.
Don't do that. And how many of us have done that all our life? You go in the pond and you throw the bread out and all that. And it's because it swells up in their stomach, and then that's harm to them, and they don't know when to stop eating. Like Richard said, that's true. So I've learned that. Okay, no more feeding. Okay, I can't recycle the bread, so I just got to throw it away. And I don't know what.
Compost it. Put it in your compost bin.
Yeah, I don't have that. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, you do. It's in that 10 by 10.
It's
right.
Right, exactly.
with the dog. Thank you. That's a good point, Richard. Shame on you. Listen,
You want to add this rabbit to it?
No.
Yeah, they'll work in the
no.
compost too.
That poor rabbit, and it was a beautiful. Have you put it on my Facebook page yet?
I'm not going to do that.
Do that. Oh, why? Come on, because people
People
want to
don't
know
like
what it
to
looks
see
like.
dead stuff unless it's a snake.
Unless it's a snake.
Isn't that strange? It's insects or reptiles that are okay with killing, doing anything with it. But then when it comes to dogs or cats,
Oh my goodness, don't do it.
I was
Don't
reading.
even think
I
about
was
it.
reading this thing, Cindy, that
Yes.
cats, not necessarily reptiles, but in Australia, cats are considered a predator because they're killing so many snakes and
Correct.
native reptiles that it's a normal thing for people to kill cats. Like if I'm a hunter and
yeah.
I'm going out hunting and I see a cat, I'm talking about a domesticated house cat, they'll kill it. And it'll be it's kind of like a trophy. Thanks for cleaning up the neighborhood.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, aren't things different? And think about a feral hog.
Same thing.
Everybody would kill a feral hog. Just about anybody will kill
Right.
a feral hog here in Texas because they're so destructive and they kill everything.
Right.
But a cat, you get caught killing a cat, you're going to do jail time here
Oh,
in Texas.
yes, you are. Oh, yes,
And
you
think
are.
about this.
Yeah.
If you know what a copperhead is, one of our 4 types of venomous snakes.
Yeah.
If it bites a cat, the cat's going to live. If the cat bites the snake, it dies. If the cat bites a frog, it dies. If the cat bites a bird, it dies. The list is every single thing in wildlife. If a cat bites it, it dies. That's why in Australia, they die
That
instead
is,
of the wildlife.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I never heard
It was
that.
kind of neat. reading about that because one of people on the social media are getting flack because they post pictures of them killing cats, and people are like all over the world are like, "What are you doing?" Or basically in the United States.
All right, but what do I have a question from a listener, Dennis. Does the dog eat snakes? Does the dog eat snakes? Does it?
A hungry
does it
dog
kill?
will eat a snake.
It'll eat a snake.
A cat will play with it and kill it.
Oh,
They rarely eat stuff they kill. They usually play with things.
right. Oh, wow. That's
Hence the
cruel.
rabbit.
Hence the
the
rabbit.
rabbit, yeah.
Right, right. So
Hunting dogs will kill things.
Uh-huh.
Like a Labrador that's real friendly might get a squirrel that's been shot, but it's still alive, and they will probably, swing it till the neck is broken or something like that.
And would they eat it then?
No, they
They'll
drop it
drag
off at their owner's feet. That's their
At the
instinct.
doorstep, at the door.
Or the back door.
At the back
yeah, in
door.
this
That's
case.
what it'll do.
That's so. That's so cruel. But you think about, we were always told treat every snake like it is a venomous snake, but like it could kill you. So that's how we, that's how we would react if you see a snake. I don't care if it's a little snake, and the smaller the snake, the scarier they should be. That's what we were told.
Absolutely.
Is
And
that correct?
No, it's a big lie.
Okay, all right. Let's get to the lie then. Then if you see a snake and you're not schooled in what the shape of things are on its back, and now this is a diamondback or this is a or whatever, copperhead, whatever it is, if you don't know that, what should you do if you come upon that snake and you've disturbed it?
What you should do is pick up your social media phone, take a photo of it. You could text it to me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about do a selfie and then
No,
just the snake.
Education here. Take a
Okay.
photo. You can go to Southeast Texas ID Facebook page, put it on there, and within minutes or less, you'll have a positive idea of that snake.
That in
And
minutes.
that helps you, number one, not do anything crazy and get yourself bit. You want to back away, leave the snake alone.
Right,
Like
right.
copperheads, we brought them up a second ago about biting a cat, but they provide venom, right?
Right.
It's milked at a laboratory. They take this venom, they dilute it, inject it into cancer masses in humans, killing the cancer cells and preventing it from metastasizing. This is the copperhead, one of those bad snakes.
Oh my word.
Yeah, how bad is that?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Neat
know
animals.
that
yeah,
is
totally
amazing.
misunderstood. These are some of the best animals.
It's all
on
because of the
planet.
Bible.
It's true. That's true. Now,
Well, you know what's funny? Go back to the Bible for a second. I'm a Christian, and so I like talking to these theologians and stuff. And when I had this one pastor go, well, Clint, really the animal in the Garden of Eden was a cunning, approachable animal, and it really wasn't a group of snakes. And this guy hated snakes, scared to death of them. But he goes, I never thought of it as a snake once I was looking at it in Aramaic or what is it?
Aramaic would be.
I guess whatever the language was,
Right.
Greek or something. But anyway, I read English, and interesting. In English, it's a serpent, and so you think of a serpent and you think of Lucky.
Right.
No.
Gonna give a complex. Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna get a.
Oh, baby.
We're not talking about you.
Okay.
So the bottom line is when people
So it was
talk
a serpent.
about snakes,
It was a serpent,
right?
and you're saying it wasn't. What made it attractive or made it where she wasn't afraid of it was what? What?
Well, probably like a koala bear or something. It's the devil. So he
Right.
could be whatever he wanted to be.
Right.
And so, people are looking at it like a snake that's made legless, etc. We're really talking about the devil.
That's right.
And you need to get it away from the serpent. Get it to what it really is, and the devil.
Well, it was like, I guess, when it went on to say that the serpent was going to be cursed to have to, go along on its belly,
Right.
and so that's what they thought. No, that's why it slithers along on its belly because it was a snake. But you're saying
Well,
that's
no,
not
not a snake, because I think it even says something like eat dust for the rest of your life or something
right.
to that effect, or
That's
dirt.
right. That's right.
So if you're going to put something on its belly that's legless that eats dirt or goes through dirt, that's going to be something like a worm.
It could be, yeah.
I wasn't there,
Right, right.
when I go through the Golden Gates, I do have a
It's
question.
going to be the question. Yeah, there's
yeah.
going to be questions. Well, it's like they never said apple. It was the fruit. So we made it an apple, and that's how
Right.
we have drawn it and all that stuff. So we don't know exactly what it was. But I think that is a great thing to think about, and I'm going to go back and reread that story again.
Please
That's
do.
great, because something attracted her. Now I know that maybe they didn't have history, and they didn't have the movies, and they didn't have snakes on a plane to look at to be scared of it. So when she saw that, the animal, that they weren't afraid of any of the animals, I'm sure,
Right.
at that point. So whatever it was, but then it got a bad name and the reputation. But
It's all because of the Bible, just like you said.
It's the Bible's fault. But what you do, though, is dispel a great amount of the myths that we have. And when the kids are able to come up there and love on those snakes, and those snakes are so sweet and they're so calm and all that, that it really does change their ideas. Because when Cindy first went at Kids Fest, Samuel was like excited to get to hold the snake, but she didn't have anything to do with it. When she went to the Lynn Lucas thing and heard you talk about it, and then she went up there, no one wanted to go. They wanted to keep holding the snakes and do that. So you see why they would become like a pet. Even though you said they don't know you, they wouldn't be able to distinguish you from someone else. They don't
Right.
smell you or anything like
No,
that,
they're
right?
not that smart.
Okay. We've got so many more questions for you at this pearly gate, and we're going to be right back on the Cindy Cochran Show. We got to go to a break, and we're talking to Clint, the Snake Man, and he's going to be at Kid Fest this Saturday from 10 to 5. So, but we've got a lot more questions about the snakes. I'm getting more questions here. So, we'll be right back. Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show. Even if these walls could talk, they couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Hey, if you like listening to the show, why not be a guest on the show? Just message me on the Cindy Cochran Show Facebook page, and we will arrange your appearance in studio or interview by phone. It's going to be so fun.
Every week I get asked the same two questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these two questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple, introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a one-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Thank you so much for listening, and I want to thank especially my sponsor, the Chris Wooten. It's not the, but it's Wooten Financial Group. But Chris Wooten is the head of that, and he is so amazing. You guys, if you're interested in starting to get curious, maybe you're not there yet, but you're getting curious about your retirement and want to make sure your money is going to be there and all that, this is the person to call, is the Wooten Financial Group. WootenFinancial.com is where you want to go and get all the information that you need, and we just want to thank him so much for being a part of this show. Now, another person I want to thank so much for being a part of the show is Clint, the Snake Man. TexasSnakes.com, TexasSnakes.com.net. That's going to be easy to remember. TexasSnakes.net is what you'd want to have to capture the snakes. Yeah,
Right.
so it's perfect. And if you want to capture Clint and his show, you can call or look online and then see if you want to book him for an event. Now, what kind of events do you do?
We do quite a few different events. We do obviously kid programs, tons of libraries. That's where Lauren knew me
Yes.
for the middle school we went to. And we do a lot of different camps. So we go into people's summer camps all summer long and educate people, let the kids hold snakes. And then we do adult programs where it's snake identification, exactly how you tell the difference, not this crazy red and yellow kill a fella and these triangular head things that we're taught, all that stuff, throw that out the window and really learn how to ID a snake.
Right.
And at those, we go over snake bite treatment, exactly what you do in the case of a snake bite, these type things. So that's one of the different programs. And then we do the giant stage programs where we have the giant audiences and you bring the people on stage to hold the snakes.
Oh, wow.
It's a real hoot.
Fun, I bet.
And then the last one we do is where we're on stage and I put a rattlesnake, a cottonmouth, and a copperhead on the stage and show people how they really act opposed to how they think they're
going to act.
Right.
Now, let's give some people, since it's getting summertime, and so snakes will move more now, right?
Right now.
That's
This is spring emergence. This is right now today.
Is where when they're moving the
most.
Right? Okay, good. So if you come across a snake, I was reading on your website, and I was looking at where I thought, and I was totally wrong, about all the things we've been taught to do about the snake thing. And I'm so happy about some of them that you discounted as that's not the right thing to do, is sucking the venom out of the person wherever got bitten.
Never.
That's very difficult to think about doing in the first place. But then how dangerous that would be. And just you say, don't do that. Don't try and don't disturb the wound, right?
Correct.
Is that
don't
right?
do anything to it, basically.
Right.
And if you're in Conroe or this area, you want to get to Texas Children's if you're under 18 in the medical center, or Ben Taub in the medical center, because that's where we have a medical toxicologist.
How long do they have once they've been?
Well, the rest of their life.
Once they've been bitten. Once they've been bitten, is it, because all the movies show you've got just so much time before the person's going to die.
That's the movies.
And you don't put a tourniquet on it as well?
No tourniquet, absolutely not. Do nothing to the wound. Matter of fact, if I was bit on my left hand, first thing I do is take my wedding band off, my watch off, because there's going to be some swelling. Okay. Then I'd put my hand up in the air like I was trying to get the teacher's attention. So it'd be way up in the air, and I'd hold it there until I got to Ben Taub Hospital.
That's okay. Okay.
And I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't wash it. That's not a bad idea to wash it, but I wouldn't. You don't want to drink anything, eat anything prior to getting to the hospital. It's going to be immense pain. Many women that have had childbirth and have been bit say they'd rather have a child than get bit again.
I understand that. No. But that's really good to know, because you're going to do what you've seen on TV, you've seen on the movies, and to dispel all of that, like don't worry about those things about sucking the venom out of the person's arm or wherever they got bit, because was the things like, where do you get bit, and then you got don't do that. But okay, so that's a great lesson right there. You wanted to make mention about how when you see children and when you take a snake up to a child that's like 2, that's not been, given all the bad, the negative side of snakes and stuff. Tell us about that when you see a child that's like 2 years old.
Okay. When I come up to children, or they come up to me for the very first time, I'm holding a snake, they're interested. Their eyes will usually focus on the movement, but they never back away, not one time. But if they go up to the snake and the mother or father or the caretaker grabs the child back, don't get close. The child is immediately scared of the snake.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. I'm doing it might have been a homeschool group, and we do a lot of classes and things. So I'm at this homeschool group, and there's little kids, like a 3 or 4 year old, and I'm passing it around to the really young kids, and they're holding a snake, like Lucky here. I'll use her as an example. I know the radio can't see this, but I hand it to this little girl, and she's just so happy with herself, and she goes, "Mommy, look!" Mommy looks over and screams. My snake goes flying 5 feet in the air and lands on the grass, thank goodness. And what happened? The snake's like, what did I do? And the girl runs off crying, wouldn't touch a snake again.
Oh,
All
yeah.
from that simple expression from the mom.
Oh, man.
So you
I-
have
know
no
that's
natural
true,
fear.
right. You don't have the natural fear. You're not born with the fear of
Right, you have
snakes.
to be taught the fear.
That's right. That's a very good point. Because I was just amazed watching these kids, and I think what you did was, a lot of them were still like afraid and were back up, but they wanted so badly to hold that snake. They wanted to, and then you help them overcome all that, and where they just like Cindy, she loved that, and so I think people like parents are going to have more problems probably with the parents, right?
Almost always.
And women are more afraid of the snakes than the
Oh,
men?
absolutely not. Women are way more apt to hold, pet, touch a snake than a man is. Especially a hunter. Anybody that's an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
These are the hardest people to
Really?
teach the truth about snakes.
Oh, that's
They don't want to
interesting.
listen because they already know it all.
Oh,
I
well,
didn't
what am
say
I
that.
saying? My husband, I must say, that's probably really the truth. Yes, yes. All of his friends feel like they do, and so I wish I'd have brought him. I wish I'd known what you're going to do when we went to that show, and I would have loved to have seen him there and seen him with that huge Burmese python, because you just feel like that cannot be good for you to hold that thing, because something's going to happen. They're going to snap. They're going to go back to their,
It's the people that snap,
Yeah.
not the
Not
snakes. Basically, you're going to have the right temperature and smell and taste like their food. And
So
that's
for
about
them
it.
wanting
And
to eat
humans, we use soap and all kinds of stuff and downy on our clothes. We stink to a snake.
Interesting. That's interesting. Well, you made everyone put Purell on before they handled the snake.
That's because I don't know if they have a pet mouse or a pet rat.
Oh, okay, because you said this is more for the snakes than for you.
No, it has nothing to do with the snakes.
Oh, I thought
That has to do with the people.
See, I thought you wanted them clean so they didn't give
That's
the snakes
that's
something.
what Lauren said.
Oh, she said that.
he-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I'll tell you a quick little story. Okay, I start this business. We do a ton of birthday parties, right?
Uh-huh.
So the first year I'm doing birthday parties, I'd ask the parents, "Hey, look, there's not really a book on how to do this. Hit
Right.
me with your best shot. Tell me what I could do to make this more fun for your kids. This would be after the party's over."
Uh-huh.
And people would be, "It was great. It was awesome." I go, "No, you don't understand. I want some constructive criticism." "Oh, no, keep doing what you're doing." And about the time I'm ready to just quit asking because I'm not getting anything I want, this guy goes, "Hey, can I help you carry your stuff out to the car?" And I go, "Sure." And he's carrying a bucket with me. He goes, "Why do you put the Germex on the hands at the end of your snake show?" And I go, "Well, if you don't go back in there and blab to all the moms, I do it to make the moms feel good." He goes, "That's about what I thought."
Oh.
And then he goes, "What you want to do, Clint, you want to put it on at the beginning before they touch your snakes." I go, "Okay, why?" The parents don't care. They want it after the kids have touched the snakes. He goes, "If I had a ball and I handed it to the kids and said, pass it to each one of the kids, but the first kid had germs on their hand, they have maybe some type of a virus or
Right,
bacterial
right.
infection, the ball becomes the carrier of the germs, correct?"
Yes,
And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "So you want to kill those germs immediately?" And he goes, "Your snake becomes the carrier." Turns out he was an infectious disease doctor at Texas Children.
Oh.
And so I
how
get one
great.
man to give me advice. It's probably the best advice I could have received.
Oh, yes. That's
And
a
it
great
kills
story.
any smells that could be on there too. But
Right.
but it makes way more sense to do it at the beginning. And if I half the time I forget at the end nowadays, but I still remember sometimes at the end.
So the snakes are cleaner than
Way
humans
cleaner than
are.
we are. Yes.
So I love that, and I think that if we had more instruction on that, that would be even better. But I know we're always talking about you just got to wash your hands anyway. But holding a snake, you think, "Oh, I've got to wash my hands after that." But that's very interesting. They feel like they're cleaner than we are. We've got to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to show this. You won't be able to see it, but once you see the YouTube video, you'll be able to see it. Where I'm going to let Clint hand the snake over to Cindy and show how he does this at the parties and the events, how this happens. And he made a believer out of Cindy. He did. He made a believer out of her. You're listening to Cindy Cochran Show. We're talking all about the snakes and talking about Kid Fest this Saturday, 10 to 5. We'll be right back on the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Every week I get asked the same two questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these two questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple, introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a one-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
The Cindy Cochran Show. Even if these walls could talk, they couldn't get a word in edgewise.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show, and we've had Clint, the snake guy, Texas snakes, and more with us this morning, and we're talking all about snakes. And if you missed it, go to YouTube, because that's going to be the most fun to watch it, because you get to see it. And right now, Clint is getting ready to show how when he does the shows, how he hands the snakes off to the kids and gets them kind of used to it before the kid holds on to it and grabs it. So, Clint, you've got Cindy next to you, and Cindy's going to hold the snake, and she's not a professional snake handler at all. And this is what he would do, and this is how these snakes react. Okay.
It
Go
only
ahead.
takes minutes to become a professional. Here, pet the snake. See what it feels like. Now hold your hands out for a second. Okay, we're going to put her in your hands. Okay, now let's wear her like a snakeless, like this.
Wow.
And hold your hand underneath her again, just like you did. And now you're holding her. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
Look at that. That is so cool. And she'll go exploring.
Yeah, she'll kind of crawl around, see what's going on. And it's very easy to work with snake. If you want to lift her up, you start and then get your hand up closer. She's great for photographs.
See, and all the kids want, yeah, we've got so many pictures of them, and we're going to bring plenty of battery power so that we can do this Saturday. Because they can go into the tent where you are, and you've got all different kinds.
Yeah, we'll have a lot on display so
Right.
you can see the snakes that live locally and even throughout Texas, not just local snakes.
Right.
And then we'll have what we call our holding snakes, or our pet snakes. And some of them might even be in training where I'll hold it, you pet it, but you don't
Right.
get to hold it.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. That's so exciting. I think it's wonderful what you do, and you've given us so much information and so much to think about the snakes. And what would you want to say to people, like as your parting message to people about snakes?
Well, what I'd like to say to people is don't look at them as evil. People would be happy if every snake was eradicated. Then you would not have new cancer treatments. We wouldn't be able to afford milk because mice and rats would just totally eat up the grain and food that the cows need. So we would literally destroy ourselves because snakes are so much a part of our society. Think about behind the scenes, right? Anybody who's behind the scenes doing something is doing literally more than the person that's out front, right?
Right.
Well, the snakes are behind the scenes, providing the venom for medicine, eating the mice and rats, keeping them at bay, not eating every single one, not eradicating them.
Right.
But that's what people would generally be happy with, is eradicating snakes. I say the opposite.
Right.
Every time you eat a bowl of ice cream, drink a glass of chocolate milk, think about how cheap this is because snakes make it to where we can have this food for the cows to have the milk, the ice cream, the chocolate milk.
That's amazing. So I never, ever would have thought of that. So you have brought such awareness to us. And I just thank you so much for being on this show, Clint, and doing this. And if people want to get a hold of you, they can go to texassnakes.net.
Correct.
Because remember the net to capture the snakes and to capture Clint. And to have him perform or this, this great show that he puts on, if you want to get in touch with him. And also remember that he'll be at the Kids Fest this Saturday, 10 to 5. Where is your tent going to be? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet,
Okay.
but it'll be a big tent. We'll have lots of
Right.
tables there. You'll be able to come up and play with the snakes. It'll be real obvious.
Right, because it is so crowded. It's so popular because these are kids coming up and going, you go get the snake. So get there early, for sure. Get there early for that. But
And bring your cell phones and your cameras.
And that's exactly right. Make sure you've got enough battery power because that's what killed me. But you guys, listen, Clint's got to go, and I want to just thank him and thank you so much for doing this. And
You are welcome. I really am happy to be here. It's a pleasure to meet you. And
It was fun.
Richard, right?
That's right, Richard.
yeah, I mean,
with the dead
anybody
rabbit.
that has a dog that kills a rabbit, that's cool. It's just-
You may need. Well, don't you feed those big snakes, the Burmese rabbits?
They eat rabbits, yes. They're
Ah.
pre-killed. They're not live. So I could have taken that
yeah.
rabbit and given it to Joe or Bubba,
Yeah,
and they'd be
that's
happy.
right. That's Richard. You have a source now to do it because his dogs probably do more of this stuff. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank your wife for making this all happen because
Yes.
it was for her. I said, Clint, I'd love to have you on my show, and he goes, I don't do any of that. You have to have my wife. She just tells me what to do in the morning. I wake up and she tells me where to go.
That's my
So-
life, yes. I get up in the morning and say, honey, what am I doing today?
Well, you're doing a great service for everybody, and the kids love you, and so thank you very, very much for being on the show.
You are welcome.
And Cindy loved having you here as well. Listen, guys, tomorrow is Thursday, and it's, Throwback Thursday. But we're going to just, we've got so many different subject matters, things that are going on in the world, things that are happening that we'll be discussing. And you know how I love to discuss everything that's going on. Yes, I do. And so we've got, it's more than moldy bread. Okay, it's more than moldy bread. So we will be having a good time tomorrow. Be with us. And then Fridays, Joyce Sheaf is with us. And, that's all about what's happening. Because there's so much going on in Conroe. The Americana Festival's coming up on May 5th through the 7th. We're going to have our own Woodstock right down here in Conroe. And everybody's really getting excited about that. So many bands, so many venues, so many things that you can come and enjoy and bring the family. It's going to be great. Also, we want to just make you aware of the places you can, parking and all that can be, something. So get here early Saturday. And, but the police is secure. The kids will have a great time. If you've never experienced this, you need to, and the kids will love it. And people around this area love family happenings, something where the family can come to. And Conroe provides that better than anybody does, because they're always looking for, an event and things that can draw the family in and enjoy that. Just like we had the Rising Stars and Legends happen this past weekend. So you guys be sure and mark that on your calendar, and it's going to be so much fun. And I want to tell you that the Cindy Cochran Show is here every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11. And we also are on YouTube, and this show will be on YouTube. And you've got to see this show on YouTube because of the snakes that you were just listening to, and it was hard to describe a lot of that stuff. So you got to go see that and watch. This guy is amazing, and see this snake, which is so great. And we will have, and he's leaving cards here, and what we need to do is be able to link them to you so that you can have, and on the back of these cards, he does talk about what to do if a snake bites you. And what he's saying, remember, he said that they're coming out right now. And also, I wanted to just remind everybody, I've got just a minute. Yesterday, we had on Texas Technology, and they wanted to remind everybody that they're going to be open. They're available 24/7, but they'll be open for the Kids Fest as well. They're down a bit down Fraser, near McKenzie Barbecue, and across from Joe's Pizza. Everybody knows where that is if you live around this area. And if you want to ask them more questions, and we had a fabulous show yesterday about that, so be sure and look for that on YouTube coming up. Okay, guys, I got to go. This is it, and it went by so fast. So you have fun today. Enjoy the day. It's going to be a weird day, but enjoy the wind. and call somebody you hadn't talked to in a while. Make them happy. The Cindy Cochran Show, sponsored by Wooten Financial Group. We love those guys. We love our listeners. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Cindy Cochran, and I want to thank you for checking out The Cindy Cochran Show and invite you to listen live every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on FM 106.1 and on 104.5 and globally on irlonestar.com. The show you just fell in love with was recorded and will be posted on our podcast channels on iTunes and Google Play. You can even watch the show on our YouTube and on TV with our City TV Channel 12 on Suddenlink. So make sure to subscribe to keep up with me. My Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show, is always a good place to contact me through messages, to interact live on the air and ask questions, make suggestions, whatever. Special shout out to the show title sponsor, the Wooten Financial Group.